1,
2,
3,
4.
Gaminati. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the group chat with Gaminati. You know, me, John, and the kid.
Yeah, Frankie Ali, and we got a special guest today.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's Rod. I'm so excited to be here. Frankie, man, it's been too long since we've seen each other. It's been a fat minute, man.
Yeah.
Dude, what's been going on? This has been what's going on. Like,
yeah, this is going on. This is new. This is something new.
Yeah,
we got Eagle Claw over here.
Eagle Claw.
Yeah.
My name's Talon.
His name's Talon, but he's the Eagle Claw.
Hey, for y'all who've been watching lately, you know how we used to always talk about our cameraman in the past couple episodes.
That's
This
him.
is
That's the
him.
guy.
now.
Yeah, he is also a gamer. He said he loves the camera. So
There you go.
Yeah, I love it so much. I definitely didn't try just sitting at my desk originally for this.
Never.
Do I even have these on right?
I don't know. See, he's so used to being in like the director's chair, he don't even know how to.
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
One of us now. One of us.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like it. So, we got Rod on here, and Rod is like a video game entertainment extraordinaire. And so, first of all, show your shoe, stick your foot up or something, or something. How we
Get them up here.
look at that shoe? Tell us about how you got those.
Yeah, so these are the Super Mario 64 Puma RS Dreamers. And for those of y'all that know me out there, you know that I like sneakers, and we also like gaming,
Facts.
surprisingly enough, right? But no, I had worked a event in Toronto, Canada about 3 years ago called North by Northeast, and it's like the sister event to South by Southwest.
South by Southwest,
Yep.
right?
And they had hired us to do a little bit of like Super Smash Brothers commentary / like Dragon Ball Fighter. So I was like, cool, 2 games I love. Who doesn't love Dragon Ball Z, right?
Right.
Right, and everybody thinks they're
Right.
the best in. Right, hold on, can we talk about
Shirt right there.
the shirt? Hold on, show off the shirt. See what I'm saying? That's a rivalry right there as old as time. So they were just like, yo, we're doing this like Puma thing kind of in the same venue. Would you be down to like just answer a few questions? So it was supposed to be like a small questionnaire, then it ended up turning into something like this. And so then they were like, oh, we liked what we heard. Let us send you some sneakers. I'm like, cool, I wear a size 87. They were just like, oh, wait a damn minute. You know, we got to get the keyboard elves to make those specifically for you. So I came back to the States and got like a bunch of radio silence, you know. They're special edition Sonic shoes. They resell, so like I couldn't get them. But then they reached back out to me and they were like, yo, we're doing the Super Mario collection. Would you be down for a pair? And I was like, would I? They was like, yo, just give us your address. Next thing I knew, the rest was history. So
Man.
yeah, big shout out to Puma because y'all are
shout out to Puma.
making shoes in our size because you know we got big feet.
Yeah,
It ain't easy.
It's not easy finding those sizes, man. Once you go 14 and up, it's like you're done for. Yeah, you're done.
You in some real trouble.
Oh my god.
And it sucks too, cause like a lot of times they'll have these dope shoes on Facebook that'll just pop up.
Yep.
You click on them and they go to 11 and a half,
Man,
Damn.
and that's it.
Normal
You gotta have
people
those
like
Malik
me.
feet. You gotta have Malik feet for that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Malik he wears size 10. He's an inch taller than me.
wow.
I wear a size 10 and a half.
You're not an inch taller. Look at you.
Nah, I'm just breaking things.
Yeah.
I'm just breaking everything. Excuse me.
But I mean,
All right, so we're gonna move along because I know where he's going. And so tell us about some of the stuff you're doing. What you got coming up? You got some events and stuff coming up, right?
Yeah, you know, so commentary for the longest since COVID has just been at home. So we've been doing a lot of stuff remote,
Right.
over Discord, Zoom, StreamYards, whatever the case is, and you know, same bag. Minus the fun of being able to travel and do cool stuff. So,
Right.
But it's fine though. Of course, you know the world has to heal. We all got to get better. But here recently, we've been doing this thing called the Smash World Tour, and it's basically Super Smash Brothers at like its top, most competitive level.
Okay.
And they partner with all these events throughout the world, and they brought a lot of us on for the broadcast to commentate it and all that type of stuff. And I know it might not sound like a big deal to like other gamers out there who might like Overwatch or Capcom because they do pro tours all the time, but
Right.
for those of us who know Smash, that game is really grassroots. So like we didn't have a community for the longest, at least not at that level. It was like grassroots. Then like Nintendo every so many years would step in and do like a small something and disappear. You know, faceless megacorp, it happens. But
yeah.
and so they were like, yo, we're gonna just do our own world tour. And so we finally did it, and it was cool. You know, we did like Australia, Japan, China, like all these cool countries, and you know that wrapped up. I want to say about a month ago, and then the finals, because that was all qualifiers. So the finals for that will be in person, hopefully September is what we're aiming for. The issue is Brazil right now. They're just getting obliterated by
I
COVID.
was gonna say, isn't COVID really bad in some of those like third world countries? It's kicking off even worse now.
Yeah, it's getting bad again.
Yeah, because it kind of fell off there for a little bit, and like like the states and stuff like that. But now it's getting way worse in like India and stuff like that. I heard India's having a really hard time with it.
Yeah.
It's getting bad. It's beautiful to see like how interconnected the world is just through gaming. Like there are some people who like really worked hard for their game system out there. Like, man, I've saved up all my, I don't know the other currencies, pesos or whatever. Because obviously working is much different. Out there, and I worked hard, and I finally got the switch, and I want to compete. And they compete, and they might not do well, but you can tell that it means something different to them. Like, a lot of times we do
it's
what
just
we do for money.
It's like to actually be able to do it is important to them.
Yeah. They did the best out of everybody they've ever met in their life.
Absolutely.
They made it the furthest.
Yeah.
That's a big...
Yeah, pretty much.
No doubt, man.
Mama, I did it.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Like, did you do well? Well, I didn't do good, but I did it though. So you know what? That's good enough for you.
But it's like something to reach for, though. Like the fact that video gaming, not just being the creator and designer of the games, but actually just being the gamer. The fact that can be a career path and a dream and a goal. Because before they're like, nah, you're wasting your time.
Oh God,
I'm studying for my career.
I would wish I didn't listen to my parents and my grandma, dude. Come on. You can't do nothing with just playing video games. You can't make no money playing video games.
Now, in all fairness, though, it's like 4% of gamers who can actually go out and make a career out of playing games.
And And the rough part is that, there's a lot of different avenues that I feel like sometimes doesn't get enough light shown on them. Like, I think when people say, like, you can make a career in gaming, it's just being the next Dr. Lupo, the next ninja.
And they expect you to be a streamer. It's like there's other ways, though.
There's other ways.
Facts.
I work in the Brock, dude. When I first went to my first tournament, I was like, because everybody thinks they're the best at Super Smash Bros. Let's be honest. It's the ultimate party, frat, college game. So you're whooping everybody. You're like, man, can't nobody whoop me. I go to my first tournament, got smacked. And I was like, all right, I belong back here on the mic. So I ain't got no business on the stick. But when I first started doing that, like back in 2015, I was like, oh, this is my path. I just got to figure out what it is, because since esports was so new, like the path was kind of creating itself as it was going. So I was like, let me try to read the terrain. So like, okay, here's TwitchCon. Got to go to TwitchCon. Here's PAX. Here's DreamHack. And I'm going there and I'm working these events. And mind you, I'm coming out of pocket for a lot of this. I'm working 2 jobs.
Wow.
I'm
I didn't
nanny.
know that.
Yeah, because remember, I used to be a nanny.
Yeah,
and then I was also teaching. Yeah, because when we started kicking, I was still teaching at the time. I was working 7 to 7, like stacking big checks, showing up, not getting paid. But I was like, I got to be on this mic,
Right.
Now, unfortunately enough, it's paid out, thankfully enough. But back then, like, it was different. But to your point about, like, gaming not just being like a career, it's a career, but it's also a lifestyle too, man. Like, some of these events I've gone to, they do like gamer lotion. Like it's not just like the gamer girl bathwater, like funny stuff like that. Like gamer food now, like they sponsor with companies like Beef Jerky. I think it's called Jerky XD.
What?
I know we've all seen the gamer bed. Like, you can actually
everything is becoming gamer
it's a lifestyle now.
They even got something for the smoking gamers. They got this little blunt holder that you can hold.
Oh,
it's
damn.
like a little it's like so I forgot it's
about that.
You know the selfie, the phone thing where you used to be able to put it around your neck, and it was like a little black thing, and it hold your phone.
Like every barbershop uncle had one.
Yeah,
I remember
so
that.
they got one like that for blunts, where like you can put the blunt in it, and it's like a little ashtray, and it sits close. You can like adjust it to your mouth and stuff, and you could play it and smoke now without having to hold it, and the ash just falls in the little ashtray.
Wow.
Most creative community out there, I swear.
Right.
But it's true. Weed Maps, there's a so I worked this event in Seattle called Don't Park on the Grass. Big Super Smash Brothers tournament up there on the campus. Huge. Anybody that knows gaming like how you all do, that college events get crazy for any sort of large gathering. So I'm there. There's dudes in the front with their shirts off, and everybody's drunk, and it's like finals. I'm like, why is the crowd so hype? And then I'm doing a sponsor ad, and it was like, this event's sponsored by Weed Maps. If you like weed, and I'm just like, I got it. Makes sense now. People are having too good of a time.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hey, Weed Maps is amazing. I'm going to shout them out myself. Weed Maps, you guys do your things. Okay, you came in handy for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
What is Weed Maps?
So like basically, it's they tell you all the strengths of weed, where you can get it, who has the best, the price, how it was grown, the percentage, all that. It tells you everything.
Detailed.
Wow. It's very detailed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It tell you the symptoms, if it makes you if you get paranoid, hungry, sleepy.
Dude, someone's gonna make an
pain
Ancestry.com for weed. I'm waiting for it.
You know it's coming.
Yo, this plant was related to this plant all the way back to this plant. Like George
That's a
Washington
good
grew
idea.
This one.
Don't air this one until we actually profit off that idea. Because somebody
cut
will.
that part out.
Yeah, right.
Because you already know there's probably people listening like, and then yep, and then.
Right. Yeah, that was a great idea. Thank you. Eagle Claw.
That's
yeah.
You know,
Alright, so
people
now I'm
rip
just
anything
Eagle
off. Like, there's a Transformers, then Sci-Fi has to Transmorphers. I said, did you just move the M and the F around? Like,
They did. They did.
People rip
That's
anything
crazy.
off.
Yeah.
Speaking of Transformers, last night I saw one explode during the storm.
Oh,
when I got off of work.
snap.
What?
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about.
Damn,
Bro,
no,
for a second there,
I was like an actual
I was like, you saw Bumblebee drive on your way home from work, and he just got struck by lightning.
came and shot that nigga Jazz
Right.
for
I was
no
like,
reason.
what happened to Optimus Prime? Is he okay?
Yeah, we just had you guys. We like for anybody that's not in the Midwest. I think like a lot of the Midwest was actually hit by that storm. There's like trees down, branches
Really?
down.
Last night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I really
every-
slept through that.
Did you?
I really did. I really just slept right through it. I didn't even hear it. What time was it?
It was bad.
It was around it started around like 3 in.
Yeah.
See, I went to sleep at like 2, so yeah, I slept right through
Yeah,
it
you
then.
just missed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Dang, I love storms. But if I
Oh,
would have
yeah.
heard it, I would have been up all night though.
Oh,
I
that
would've
was
went to sleep.
crazy. It was bad.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to check because I did that check and I was paranoid. I'm like,
you got
maybe,
to. Yeah, 'cause you
maybe
got
the
the
tornado
kids, too.
alarms didn't. Yeah.
Well,
so I'm like,
apparently, I don't know if we was, but I know Norfolk was in a tornado watch.
oh,
They always in a tornado watch.
Yeah.
If they don't just suck fucking
it's
Norfolk
like
up already.
Yeah, yeah. It's like certain counties that are known for like whenever you hear Potawatomi County said on the news, you know, like
Yeah, they probably got
there's
hit
some
by
bad
You want to know
tornado.
my
Say a
attitude
quick prayer.
towards tornadoes?
Huh?
You guys want to know my attitude towards tornadoes?
What's
What?
that?
I'm from Kansas.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Dorothy.
That's right.
Click them heels 3 times right quick.
Exactly. I used to be riding them, bro. I used to watch them.
Oh
You
shit.
used to get in cars and drive around and watch them. Oh yeah. And as long as you know what you're doing, you'll be safe.
He was part of the tornado watchers.
You just gotta
Yeah,
watch
storm
them.
chasers.
Y'all braver than me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I prefer to be out where I can see it instead of like in a basement where I can't see it.
Right.
At any point in time, it could hit you.
I
but
just listen to it, man. I just
They're pretty loud.
just a little bit.
Yeah. I heard they sound like a train. You know, my
Yeah,
teachers.
that's what I heard too.
Yeah, some of our teachers were like, "Yo, I've been in a tornado before." You know, they're all like 80 years old. Like back when tornadoes were invented, they were like, "I got hit by the first. I got hit by the first one." Yeah, and it was loud as a train. I'm like,
They do sound
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
That sound nuts.
Man,
It's like you
dude.
hear the wind outside your house and how it makes your windows sound. Now imagine that times 10. Like it's yeah, it's scary.
I guess that's like the ultimate thrill ride, you know, if a tornado, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it sucks you up into it. Like those last few seconds of your life,
yeah.
man, exciting.
Actually, I think he could survive that.
We better hope it's last few seconds and not last few minutes
Yeah,
or
I
hours.
The whole duration of the tornado,
tear you
like you
apart.
just, yeah.
Spinning around.
Apparently, they move a lot faster than they appear. Like they don't sit in
yeah.
one spot for very long. But they're just so damn big that it
Yeah.
looks like they're sitting in the same
Well, there was
spot.
Right.
one that was like, I can't remember how big it was. It was like 7 miles across or something like that.
God damn.
What?
Yeah, it was a big one. It was
Holy
a big,
shit.
yeah,
And
big tornadoes. And they move, but they move like really slow though. Because you think, so they start out really big, but they get small really fast.
Oh, okay.
Because of all the energy
Okay.
they're
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
when they're hitting trees and cars and stuff like that. So they start out really big, but they get, really small. Like the funnels, the basic tornado you see, the like funnel one that's flying through cities. Yeah, they're dangerous, but just don't walk into it. You'll be fine.
Yeah. you should.
Okay, okay. See, because like Twisters, like that movie, I feel like it made everybody super scared of
Jaws.
tornadoes.
Just like Jaws with sharks.
Yeah,
That everyone
yeah,
terrified.
yeah.
Granted, now, hang on, sharks did their job on making themselves look pretty scary.
Right, right.
But Jaws.
But like I was in Florida and I was at the beach, and when there's a like shark watch going on, they don't say stay out of the water. They just say, be careful because sharks have been seen. There's a shark watch today, but you can still get in the water. So it's not like as urgent as Jaws made it seem when there's sharks in the water.
That's because Jaws just made it seem like sharks are just out there to eat motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah, they don't really come to shore like that.
Sharks don't really eat people. They just, especially people who wearing swimsuits, they mistake them as seals and shit like that.
Right,
so like they don't know. They gonna take a bite out of you and probably spit your ass out maybe.
Yeah.
You gotta worry more about.
Well, that's why everyone gets bit by a shark. They don't get eaten.
Right.
Yeah,
you don't hear. Yeah.
I mean, you might get 1 or 2 people who get eaten by a shark, but like it's pretty rare.
Yeah, it is.
They'll just get like a bite on their leg usually because they're kicking and splashing and stuff, and they can't tell. Sharks aren't exactly the greatest. They don't have the greatest vision.
What we
in
need
the
to be
world.
afraid of is drunk drivers. They're a lot more dangerous than sharks. It's a lot more likely to get hit by a drunk driver.
Drunk driver is like probably like top 10 most killing things ever.
Yeah.
Giving a drunk human a vehicle is like dangerous as fuck.
Most people a vehicle, they probably.
Right.
When I see certain people, like in high school, when people were starting to get their driver's license, I'm like, how the fuck did you get your driver's license?
How did
I've
you
seen
pass
play
the
basketball.
test? Right. Yeah.
Like, you can't pass or shoot. I've seen your hand-eye coordination. What are you doing behind the wheel of a vehicle? But
Right.
it happens, though.
Or the fact that people with higher grades get lower quotes on insurance. I know some people who are 4.0 students and they've wrecked like 3 cars.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
straight, while in high school, each year they've wrecked a car, and specifically for texting and driving.
Oh my god.
And it's like, but their insurance rates are lower than mine because I'm stupid. I'm dumb.
That's some bullshit. Like I drive better than that person.
Right. Excuse me for being dumb at school, but at least I'm a good driver.
Right.
The amount of people who can't
Which is
parallel
what
park.
should count is your driving record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your ability to
I've
drive,
only had
not your
one
ability
accident,
to
and it wasn't
do
even
homework.
It wasn't even my fault. I didn't even hurt anybody.
Oh.
A lady crossed over the center line while we were going around a curve at like 60 miles an hour.
Oh wow.
I had to get over the side of the road. I clipped the edge, overcorrected, and flipped around, and then
Oh,
rolled.
dang.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's basically what
And she
happened
probably
with
kept
me.
driving, didn't she?
Yeah, she kept driving.
Yep.
She absolutely kept
That's
driving.
exactly what, bro. Okay, so
There's a
I
little
was
white lady behind this little Buick.
I was going down
Damn.
Sorensen Parkway. I was probably going about 50. But speed limit is like 40, 45, I think. So
You're not really going
I was
that fast.
wasn't going that fast. And so I got over, and then I was driving right behind us. I was getting over because it was a Swan delivery food truck. And it's a big ass metal truck. It's basically like a small ambulance.
Hell yeah.
So I tried to get over. This thing started getting over when I'm like this to him. Like I'm on his, I'm passing, trying to pass, basically passing. This thing is pushing me off the road. So he pushed me off the road, and like if I was like this far, just a little bit over, I wouldn't have hit the pole. But I was on the sidewalk driving, and I hit the pole, clipped it a little bit. It hit the side of my head like and just made us spin, and the nigga just kept driving.
Damn.
That's crazy.
They always keep driving.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you see something like that, and that person could have died. Dude, come on, stop,
Bro,
stop.
It's
I was
worse.
saying.
It's worse for you if they catch you.
Right.
Just like running from the cops.
Right.
Don't run from the cops. Just take it. Because if you run from the cops and you get away, they're gonna get you anyway.
Right.
There's
so
a
now
chance
they're
to-
really looking
It's a
for
matter of
you.
time.
And then it's an
Exactly.
extra charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's even worse thing because like let's say you got caught with like a gram. Oh no, they give you a ticket. You run. Now it's a felony. Now you're going to jail.
Yeah,
And
now
it's
you're
like,
going to jail.
Right.
You could have just
right.
taken the
Yeah.
$200 ticket and just walked off with it.
Especially
Yeah,
if you
now
got
you
under
still
a-
got to pay the ticket,
Hey,
but you also got
especially if you got
jail
under
time.
an ounce too, you really would have just got that 350 ticket and been
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
He'd have just been cool.
You've been cool about
Maybe
it,
not
but-
even the 350. Like you probably
Yeah.
just had a roach on you or something. You know, like
Right,
they
right.
just be going.
Some
Like,
cops are cool enough to just take it and move on about their day.
Yeah.
Those take it to evidence later and lock it up because
Yeah.
they don't want to do the paperwork.
Lock it up.
Yeah, people got to realize
Yeah.
that, like,
That's
you
getting
don't.
smoked.
Once you have those wanted level stars in real life, they don't just go away. It's not GTA at all.
Nah.
It doesn't
You're
on
reset.
somebody's
It
desk.
doesn't reset. No, they coming for you.
Exactly.
Right.
You're on
Hey.
somebody's desk somewhere.
it's funny. It's this Joan who I know in Norfolk. She, I guess she got a warrant. She cut her hair off. Hey, she talking about I'm scared to go outside around the cops. They don't know what I look like right now. But like, she was like, I cut my shit off so they don't know who I am. I'm driving around with a warrant. I said, girl, you're wild as fuck.
So that's what a lot of people
And
do.
you
Though. They
pregnant?
change that.
Oh, he
That
crazy.
reminds me of that. Wait, somebody has a verse about that. Is that Eminem? That's like, go in, ask for the money, and run to one of your aunt's cribs and borrow her damn dress and one of her blonde wigs.
Yeah,
Tell her you need a place to
yeah.
stay. You'll be safe for. Yeah, I'm like, that reminds me of that.
That's
yeah.
funny as fuck.
Damn.
Man, yeah, that's funny.
It's true though. People go through some extreme lengths to hide, but I mean,
Yeah.
But like, I don't think she did it on purpose. She's talking about it's time for a change. You know how females be like, it's time for a change. I need to do the big
No,
chop.
she definitely did it on purpose. She
mean,
definitely did it on purpose.
I did the big chop.
Yeah, but
It
you don't
happens.
have a warrant.
Right. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, but you
Yo,
want to
cut
know
this part
something though? I honestly don't even think that worked because like when I had my first warrant, they had a picture of me before I had my dreads, and I got arrested with my dreads off the warrant.
Strange.
Like, I mean, like I didn't look too different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it still look like
It
me.
still look like you. It's just the hair.
Dreads, yeah, the hair is different. So
Okay.
I don't even know if it would really work for her because it's like,
Yeah.
you can still tell it's you.
You
You
can
just
still tell.
don't
Right.
have no
Right.
hair.
Yeah.
It's like different if you like you. I saw pictures of you, man. I found his Facebook, and it was
oh,
like,
oh no.
yeah, I saw the
Facebook.com.
beardless faces.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Baby face.
Talk about it.
Let me pull out the phone.
Some
real
stuff
quick.
can make you look completely different. Like,
Yeah.
if you cut all that and you just like do something different to your hair,
Yeah.
you actually could fool a couple people. Like,
Right,
especially
right.
people who ain't seen you in a minute.
I was running. I lived in my small town of Alta, Iowa, which is like maybe a couple thousand people, maybe. And I was just running one day. And it was rainy out, kind of shitty weather. And I'm running down Main Street, this little town, and this cop kept parking. He'd park, I'd run past him, and he'd park again, and I'd run past him. And then finally, he gets out of his squad car and approaches me on the sidewalk, and he asks me for my ID and my name and stuff. And about that time, another one comes around from the other corner of the building, and I'm like, okay, what did I do? He's
Right.
like, I need to see your ID. Like, what's your name? I'm like, my name's Talon. He's like, oh, okay. Give me just a second here. He's like, you look exactly like this guy that we're looking for right now. And he showed me a picture of the dude, and he looks exactly like me, bro. I mean, exactly. I'm like, except for the facial hair, because he had like a full. I only had like a little goatee at the time. He had like a full
Yeah, the
thing. And
full-on thing.
I'm like, I can't even grow that, man. Like, my name's Talon. Like, here's my ID. He's like, okay. He's like, this is just really weird. I'm like, yeah, it is really weird that I was about to go to jail for somebody else.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. He would have
Maybe
been
the
happy.
first
He
time.
would have been happy as hell. Like,
Wouldn't have been the first time.
Nah, he would have been ecstatic, bro. He was like, they found me.
I know.
Shit, say less.
Time to move to Mexico, start a new
Oh
life.
God.
Meanwhile, I'm just chilling in jail for someone else's crimes.
Right.
Because I looked like him.
Yeah.
Made me
Right.
sad,
Did they
bro.
say what he did?
I have no idea. I didn't ask.
Damn.
I didn't
I
want to
would've
know. I just
had-
want to
I
move on
would've
about my
had-
day, man. I was like, I'm done with this. I just want to go.
Right. You
I'm
don't want
not
to drag
even
it out
gonna lie.
more.
Well,
I
they
would've been
were
in.
like, it's kind of a bad day to be running, because it was rainy and I was running, but it's like just running. Like I was in high school still,
Yeah, like
junior in high school.
sometimes
So I
you
was
just
still
run when
pretty
you're a
fit.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
right.
just running.
yeah.
I think my ex girl made me mad or something. I was like, I'm gonna go for a run. I'm angry.
Run it off.
Yeah.
Dang,
Exactly,
see,
yeah.
running
And
pisses me off. Like,
running makes you
exercise-
mad?
Exercise
you
does
mad?
the opposite for me, bro. Like, exercise is something that I hate so much, bro.
Every rep, he's just getting angrier and
Hulk
You're like the
smash.
Hulk. Yeah,
He put 24-hour fitness like, oh shit, here comes Frankie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hey, niggas and gentlemen, oh, here come that nigga Frankie.
I'm gonna show you why they call it
today.
24-hour fitness.
It's like, yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. It's never been something I could really enjoy. It's like a task. And then like my agency,
ain't fun.
Nah, working on
my
it, yeah.
agency recently told me like she needs me to become super cut.
Okay.
Like super cut. And I'm like, but that requires the gym,
Yeah.
cardio. And he beat me in a race, so cardio's already not my. I hate running
Damn.
now. Yeah,
He got beat by
I
a
thought I could
pothead.
beat him. I thought I could beat him.
Yeah.
He smokes weed every day, and I lost the race.
That's that weed strength, man.
That's crazy.
The weed strength is different.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I
different.
mean, it wasn't my lung capacity that made me lose.
I-
But you
Yeah,
got so much
legs.
longer legs, though. Like, how did you lose to John?
That's the problem. Like, if you look at giants in movies, the steps are really long and slow.
Like
They're
Ant-Man.
massive steps.
Oh, he
Yeah.
said
John's
long and
taking
slow.
like 5 steps per one step you're
and
taking.
he's like really quick. It's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like-
Working out it's not fun at first. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I've been working out recently too. I just started again.
Not pleasant.
I've
Hey,
been,
that
I've been
dude
just
right,
tearing
she the
myself.
dude you hear in the gym angry for no reason when he do the rep.
That's good gym demeanor to have, though. I mean, that's usually the worst place to, have a conversation. You know, you got your music in, you just
Yeah.
want to,
Yeah.
whatever, boom.
Yeah.
Get angry. Make sure people don't talk to you in there.
Right. Yeah, man. I don't know.
So I want to take my girl to the gym. 'Cause I'm just there to work out and get shit done. And she's there like, she doesn't know what to do. She's like, help me work out.
I wouldn't be able to go to the gym with my girl.
Yeah.
Like, if I had one. But just hypothetically, she'd
I love
probably
her
be
to
fine.
death. I love
Ladies,
you.
you heard what he just said. If you had one, so
If
that
I-
was a way of saying he's
Yes, right. I am available. Okay, I am still on the market. I have not expired yet. I'm still on the shelf.
Not expired yet?
Yeah, I'm not expired. Yeah, but no. All jokes aside,
agree.
like I would find it really hard to work out with my girl. I mean, she'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? She'd have to be fine. I mean, we're together. Like, I mean, obviously I'm attracted to her, but here you are now in spandex pants. You know, I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna go work out a different way. Let's go. We're gonna go burn some.
Right. You always see the much bigger guys at the gym too, and you're just sitting over there like, okay, all right. And then I always see them on like their arms, and their arms are just giant.
Yeah, they can't stretch them out. Like that's my thing about being buff is like, yeah.
Have you seen the video of the guy who went to like a bodybuilders competition and took like stickers and said like I'm gay? And then just like slapped him on their back, like, right in the middle of their back. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
No,
but they just took the sticker and they slapped it right in the middle of their back, so they couldn't, because they couldn't get behind. It was the greatest thing. On
they
because they get so mad, man. They get angry.
Like flex it off, bro. Just flex and it'll pop off.
Yeah, I know, right? Like
I think some of them did that.
big old dudes tripping.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
No, man.
Hey, like. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
The gym itself
But you
isn't
run
for me.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like slapping them on the back with the thing. I was about to say you run fast.
Oh yeah, I definitely do that. I would have fun. They're not catching me. In a crowd, oh my god, I have like, I don't know if you can say my footwork, but like running through a crowd is such my specialty, bro. If you let me go through a crowd while you're chasing me, you're not getting me.
It's like literally Assassin's Creed. You just blend.
Like not even that, bro. Because like I'm so small and skinny. And I run so fast, I can literally just hit them gaps and like squeeze right between people. Like even when they come close, I just like boop 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 boop.
Dang.
Right through everybody. And then, you know, most people gotta just run through motherfuckers because you're not that small to just go through.
Right.
So I'm like,
I don't know. My nuts aren't that big, I guess. I wouldn't be able to run fast with nuts that big. I couldn't do it. Like, figure you get grabbed once, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they got a hold of you.
That's it. You're wasted, man.
Yeah, that's all they gotta do is get you.
When you've seen Hulk and Loki, it's
my
gonna be
brother.
sure you repeated that. It's like a rag doll, just
Right. Puny God.
little man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We gotta take a quick break and then we'll be right back. Swap that thing out, boy. Oh man.
Trey and Martin. Martin and Trey got the PS5, PS4s.
And we're back. You see Talon running across there.
I don't want to talk about it.
His name is Eagle Claw, though.
Eagle Claw.
Like you get why. Like I finally get why. Because
finally
Talon,
understand
Talon
Eagle Claw.
is an Eagle Claw or any
It took
other
you
type
so
of claw.
long to pick that up.
Yeah, it did.
I actually just put that
It
together
did.
too, so I'm with you.
Yeah, but
See,
like,
in high school, my nickname was White. It was a White Fang.
Okay.
White Fang. That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, wait, he's White Fang.
White
Bro, say that's not no karate ass movie where they named the white boy something because he the only white boy there.
It is.
Yeah, I'm finna to make White Fang.
White
trilogy.
Fang. White Fang.
shit.
That would be dope.
There you go.
That's another idea we probably don't need to let them see until after we do it.
Well, it's kind of like Kung Fu Panda, where like the main actor's like, you know, kind of fat. It's
Yeah.
like Kung Fu Master.
Oh
yeah.
You doing the
I'm
acting?
with that.
No,
No? So would you, or would you want to just cast somebody
I could be stupid.
and be okay?
You've seen Jack Black. I can be like Jack
Yeah,
Black.
all right.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Maybe not as open as he is. He's a little more open than I am, wearing the
Yeah.
thong and doing the whole dance.
He was also
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda, though. I mean,
and he's also Jack Black.
he's Jack Black. Yeah.
So I mean, he kind of has, you know, the Santa beard going on for him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jack Black, man.
Shout out to him.
That is
Yeah.
a good
Shout
show.
out to
Kung
Jack
Fu
Black.
Panda, man. I've seen that movie like 30 times. The original
Yeah.
one. I had it
Yeah.
on DVD. I didn't have like TV or anything when I was a kid, so I just watched Kung Fu Panda over and
Hey,
over.
So it's
Shoot,
like
man.
so for everybody that doesn't know, I actually do Kung Fu. And I have for some years. I started out with Taekwondo, then I moved into boxing. I was actually, me and Rod know each other from high school.
Yeah.
And like after school, I would sneak and tell my parents, I would lie, because I actually joined like Student Democrats and all that stuff. But I stopped going because I discovered Downtown Boxing Club. So I would sneak, tell my parents that I was going to one of the clubs, and I would go to the boxing gym and I would box until my mom found out because I couldn't chew one day. And so she researched. I couldn't chew one day. I couldn't shut my jaw. So she researched all of the boxing gyms that were nearby, found out that there was one right on 24th Street,
Oh my God.
called it, Told them that when I come in there, tell them not to let me in. I walked in and he's like, his name's Coach Yano. He's like, and he talks like the typical boxing coach. He's like, and he called me Rashad, you know. And so he's like, Rashad. And I was like, yeah. And he said, you can't come here no more. Get out of here. And I'm like, for what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I come, I do what I'm supposed to do. I do my warm-ups. I spend all this time not sparring like you don't want me to. And then I finally spar for like 2 minutes at the end. I do what you want me to do. And he's like, just go, get out of here. I don't want to embarrass you. I'm like, no, you got to tell me why. What did I do?
Right. You gotta kick
you know, and then he's like, your mommy says you can't come here no more.
Not
and
the
I was
mommy.
like, should just left. Should just left.
He
All right.
said your mommy.
That was
Damn.
worse than any punch that they
Oh
could have
God,
threw.
bro,
Yeah.
okay,
But
bro, just been like your
everybody in
mom
there heard
said
it.
you can't come no more.
You knew that he could have switched it to mom.
He
But
coulda.
You knew he just wanted to
coulda.
make it worse than what it really
Parental
was.
Yeah,
guardian.
he could have said parent. Yeah,
Yeah.
He just wanted to teach you a lesson.
People could have taught that, like taken that as it could have been my dad calling. But like mom, when your mom calls the boxing gym and says, tell him he can't come
My
back.
baby.
Not my baby.
Yeah. And
Moms
so,
be the scariest, dude. Everyone everyone always talks about like my dad can beat your dad up. I don't want to see dad fights. Moms be where it's at.
moms be tripping, dude. I
vicious.
was so mad at her. So then, like from there,
dude.
I couldn't do anything for a while. So then I went to Kung Fu, and she's cool with Kung Fu. She wasn't cool with boxing. You do more sparring in Kung Fu, but she didn't know that. So what I learned from watching Kung Fu Panda when it came out is like the spiritual process of Kung Fu. Okay. It's like the spirituality concept. It's like right on par with actual Kung Fu. Like they really stay true to form when it comes to like a Kung Fu practitioner can watch Kung Fu Panda and actually be like, that was good. Thank you.
good.
That's kind of like where they've always been with like kung fu movies, is that they've always tried to stay as close as they can to like
the source
the
material,
truth,
yeah.
Right,
the
right.
truth without stretching it too far.
Right.
Obviously, you get some kung fu moves that are just ridiculous. You know, like
that are just
skadoosh. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Right.
The pinky.
Don't
Right.
let that pinky go down, boy.
Yeah. But then at the same time, you do have those martial artists who can like do this and punch through a watermelon with their finger. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, you got one dude, the Asian dude, who can take a Coke, like a can. He
Yeah.
can like ram his finger through the.
yeah, mess is crazy.
Why is your
How
finger
did he
so
figure
strong?
that out one day? Like,
Yeah.
what that Coke can do to you to make you so angry that you decided to see if your finger
You
could go
poke
through
it
it?
like really
Why
hard.
is your finger that strong? Like,
There's
can
something
you
called-
imagine
every day.
poking your phone? You gonna break your phone every time you turn it
Angry
on.
texting.
There's something
God
actually it's called iron hand training. And iron hand training, there's iron body and iron hand. And so like doing stuff like that, they normally use like the sandbags.
You usually
and-
use like sand. You punch sand.
Yeah.
Like, it's to like damage the nerve ending, so you don't feel anymore.
Yep.
Because shin conditioning, nah.
Nah, nope. I won't do it. I won't do it. I legit won't do it.
Have
Explain.
Have you? All right. So if you feel your shin, you'll feel how it's kind of bumpy. You get the little bumps go all the way down. Now take a bamboo stick and they you lay on your back. And you put your feet up, you're about to do a crunch. But they take that stick and put it on your knees. They push down and they go all the way down your leg to the front of your shin, and it literally sounds like you're running it down like a board. Like it goes several times.
Yeah, man, it
They
hurts.
stop. You scream in agony and pain, and they go right back to it again. And it's the worst sounding thing you've ever heard in your life. And it
Bro, just give me them Knox pain pills and call it a day. Fuck what you heard.
back in the day, they used to just take a tow rope and tie it on a telephone pole and like kick it or like punch that. Just
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
over and over and
I
over
prefer
and
to
over.
do that instead. That sounds painful.
Because you can control like the strength of which you
Yeah,
kick with.
how
Yeah.
hard you kicking that
But like
shit?
that,
and you're
it's like-
kicking it.
There's no such thing as gentle doing that.
And if
There's
that
no such
person
thing.
go
don't
hard.
like
Yeah.
you, they're gonna go harder.
Well, it's like working out. The more pain you have, the more growth you have.
Right,
And
right.
that I mean, it's not like to an extent. Everybody don't go to the gym and pull every muscle in your body.
Right, right,
Trying
right.
to get
Human body's
swole.
resilient, and like muscle memory and just stuff like that. I mean, hell, look at all of us right now walking and talking. There was a point in time in our life where we couldn't do any
We
of that.
couldn't do that, right?
Yeah, so human body's
day at a
resilient,
time.
man.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played? What was the game called? Jade Empire.
I don't
It was a
think so.
kung fu martial arts game, dude. Jade Empire. It's one of those games, kind of like Knights of the Old Republic. How it's like story based. Your choices determine whether you go an evil
okay.
path or a good path. That game was pretty dope because you could like when you're evil, Knights of the Old Republic, when you choose the dark side, your face changes and you're like real ugly. Yeah. So with Jade Empire, it's like nothing changes about your appearance, but if you look where the sun is shining at your shadow like does some like weird,
it makes
like,
you dark,
yeah,
evil.
it's like
See,
a demonic
I like
shadow
games
that
like
you
that,
get.
man.
Yeah,
I like.
There's an honor level system.
Well, that's why I like Tekken, because like of all the fighting games I've ever played, like Street Fighter, of course, Dragon Ball Fighters, you know, all of them, Mortal Kombat, Tekken was the one that still felt like you can see the real life fighting styles like in there. Like some of the characters, like Jin Kazama, for instance, he does traditional karate. Like it's traditional karate. You know, Taekwondo characters do a lot of kicking.
Yeah,
you know, they do a lot of stance switching, all of that. The kickboxer, like it's all pretty true. I love that.
Wasn't King the boxer?
King was the wrestler.
The wrestler.
Yeah,
That's
he was
what
the
it was. The
wrestler.
wrestler.
Steve was the
wrestler.
boxer.
yeah.
Steve Box.
Yeah, that's
Who's
his
the
name.
Tiger Boy?
Yeah, King.
King.
Yeah,
Okay, so
King.
King was like my favorite character. When I was a
Yeah,
kid.
I
I played that shit. Like, that was like the first game I ever played.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
picture of me in a diaper, looking up at the TV, playing it on the
For real?
Nintendo. Yeah,
Oh,
That's a real
shit.
picture.
yeah. There's a real
Oh, we
picture.
gotta
It
like
exists
get
somewhere.
that and like
It
put
exists
it.
somewhere.
So
All right,
My
we
mom
gotta-
has it, I think.
We gotta find
It's-
that.
I'm not gonna send it to you.
there's 2 games I wish I could bring back, bro.
What's that?
So when I had my Dreamcast back in I want to say 05, whatever,
Okay.
it was this Toy Story game.
I remember
Toy
that
Story 2?
game.
Remember
The
it?
Toy Story 2 game?
I don't remember it was
Yes.
Toy Story
I
2
think I know what
I think it
or
was
not,
Toy
but
Story
like
2.
you was buzzed for a good chunk of the game for a minute. And
It's
you
the
was
Toy
just going
Story
around
2
to-
game.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Toy Story
fight
2.
Zurg.
Yeah, you
I
fight
think so,
yeah, but like every
yeah.
level
That
has
game
like,
was so dope.
has like a toy boss you fight. There's
Yeah.
an outside level and a Toy
Yeah.
Story
Yep.
level and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, that was
That was
so
a bomb-ass
fun.
game.
You were
That-
a buzz for like the whole game, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were
Yeah.
only buzzing
Yeah.
there.
I
That's a
think you
good
were.
ass game. And like
Yeah.
you go around, you talk to the other characters, and like you can do
Yep.
like mini game side quests like race RC,
Yeah.
or like help Mr. Potato Head find shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that
on
game was
right
dope.
now that I just completely have missed and forgot about?
What's that?
Saints Row.
Oh,
Bro, we
Bro,
were
we
just talking about that
Saints
the
Row.
other
They need
day.
to remaster Saints Row 1 and 2.
Oh my god! So on PlayStation Now, I just paid for it because I decided why not? I want to play my old games.
Yeah, why not?
They've got Saints Row 2, 3, and 4 on there, and then they got the third one remastered because of all the DLCs.
Yeah, they remastered
So like,
3.
me and my friends have all been playing them. Like I played 2 by myself. I play another one with someone, and I play another one with someone else.
Yeah.
Saints Row,
Hey, that was fun.
GTA on every drug humanly imaginable. This is Saints Row.
Yes.
I love
Yeah,
that game.
yeah.
Did you guys
Hey.
watch any of E3? I just passed.
I
You watched
did,
E3?
Not recently.
Yeah, E3, man, they got a lot of good games coming out here pretty soon. I know, like the new Marvel's Avengers, they finally done the Black Panther DLC.
Yep.
which is super
Okay.
dope. Yep.
So did that turn out as a good game? 'Cause I just heard everyone hated on it when it first got dropped.
It's so the issue, like, so the predecessors to games like those, like the 4-player, we team up, fight a thing, like those first really got big with like X-Men Legends 1 and 2,
Right.
those super awesome games, and they did Ultimate Alliance 1, which was like
Ultimate Alliance was
expanded.
dope.
Yeah. And then they did 2. 2 was okay, like it wasn't like as great of a story as the first one.
Do you
but
remember Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects?
Yeah, and then they did
Yeah,
that one too.
yeah,
that
yeah.
was another really dope one. But what killed this Marvel game was that, for one, they only did some of the characters, very fixated storyline too.
Yeah,
Like Captain
yeah.
I
America
saw that. It was
dies.
like super fixated. Yeah.
Yeah, super fixated. And then they did DLC, but like the Switch ended up getting Ultimate Alliance 3 as a Switch exclusive, and everybody played that because it's Ultimate Alliance. And I'm
Right,
like,
right.
and they have the Disney characters, so I can be like Guardians of the Galaxy, I can be like Iron Man.
Right,
All these
right,
characters
right.
were like, in the Marvel one that they did for like PlayStation and Xbox, it's just, you know, the 4 Avengers. It's Black Widow, Thor.
It's pretty
Hulk.
bare bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
You're
mean, that's
missing-
how a lot
Yeah.
of these games are coming out nowadays. Is they're releasing this super bare boned game that you have to build on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By purchasing whichever DLCs you want. But
Yeah.
people are starting to fade away from DLCs now.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to fade away from sequels and prequels. It's starting to become one game that's a service, like Fortnite.
That's right.
There will never be a
Right,
Fortnite
right.
2.
Updated.
Right.
They'll just constantly update. It's something like For Honor. For Honor is a
Right,
game where they're
right.
just going to constantly update. And they might make a 2, they might not. But Overwatch, games like that, those always come out with a 2 just because they need new characters, and they've already got a bajillion of them. Might as well. And Overwatch has been out for, I can't remember how long Overwatch
It's
has
been
been
at
out now.
least 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
And they do that too with like Call of Duty because
Yeah.
of the story mode. You know, the campaign, the actual campaign, they keep coming out with more for
Man,
that
like
purpose.
the last one they didn't have a campaign.
Battlefield
Yeah.
Battlefield 2042, the new Battlefield coming out. No story, just multiplayer. That's it.
Yeah,
Because that's what a lot of people want. A lot
Yeah.
of people, like, surprisingly, I don't know why. Some people ask for it back for this new Black Ops because you know the option. But I feel like a lot of people wants just multiplayer or zombies or whatever because that's what everybody normally plays anyway.
Right.
Like when you get on, you don't go to campaign, you go straight to multiplayer.
Yeah, because you want to play with your friends.
Yeah, you hop online with your friends.
Back in the day, it was like everybody came over and you plugged up all the different controllers and you played. But now you can play with like all your friends at their own houses. You guys don't have to go over each other's house. You can play together. So it's like,
well, it's tough because it's like either you get a game that doesn't feel finished and you want DLC, or you just get like a bare bones. Like it's a really
Anthem was such a promising game. It looked so amazing, and they just let it go. They just dropped it, and they're like, "All right, there's your game." It's like, you want to do some more to it?
You know what I wish that they would come out with, which like I get like 50-50 on who agrees with me or not. There was a game, there was like Superman Returns when that movie came out. They put a game out for Superman Returns. They did the best they could with the Superman game.
Oh no!
But
wasn't
I
that
really
the really
want
hard one.
Yeah, it was
really hard to play, like weird controls and like
weird controls, weird
camera,
like the whole like world that the city they created for Metropolis was kind of like bare. It was like a big mountain kind of. I feel like they could do so much with the Superman game, like the same way that they do the Spider-Man games. They should do the Superman game. But the issue with it is that they said like with all the other superheroes, they can level up. Superman is already at like top peak because you got the sun. So they're like the only way you could do that is if you stripped away his powers and he had to regain them. And they're like nobody wants to, because
that's the whole story.
Yeah, the whole point of playing Superman is for the powers, and if you start out without them, it defeats the
Why not
purpose
just
of
start
the
it when
game.
he's young?
Yeah,
that way you have to learn his powers.
You just presented the solution.
Put that nigga in Smallville.
Yeah. I mean, it would be dope because like, and that's why the Batman games, of course, sell so much because he's essentially just a guy. Peak performance. No disrespect to Bruce Wayne, peak performance human, but still just a guy at the end of the day. And I guess Spider-Man would kind of be that healthy medium in between where he is super powered as hell, but
they
not
different play
Superman's level.
styles.
And who doesn't want to fucking swing around New York?
Exactly.
Like Spider-Man 2, OP. Don't give a fuck.
But like,
that was like the best Spider-Man.
Is that the one where you fight Doc Ock in it right at the end? Which one is Spider-Man? Are you talking about the movie?
No, the game. Spider-Man 2, the game, the second one.
Yep.
Man, like that was the one that where they actually introduced the free roam swinging, like where you was actually first able to go around.
You're talking about like the OG.
Yeah, the OG.
Yeah, like Venom. You got a Venom level in there, and then at the end you fight.
When you had to chase, what was that Joan? What's her name? Fuck, I forgot her name.
Black Cat
across the fucking rooftops and shit.
Stan Lee narrated that game, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
Hey, best one, hands. I haven't played the new one, like the Miles Morales. Like I
want to wait till I get the PS5 though.
So good.
Yeah, it looks the best on PS5.
Yeah,
beautiful game, but it needs to be done on PS5.
Yeah, I want to play that. So
quick nostalgia check. Y'all ever heard of Turok?
Oh snap!
Yeah, that's an ancient one from.
That's
you ever heard of Turok?
Nah, I don't think so.
So Turok is like was it free roam? It wasn't free roam. It was level based.
It was level based.
It was level based, but it was dinosaurs, and you weren't primitive, but you were like futuristic kind of.
Yeah.
But you were like mixed in with primitive and futuristic, to where like you had melee weapons, but you also had like these crazy guns and stuff, and you could fight T-Rexes that were like robots and would shoot back, and like. And it was a crazy game for the time.
It was super popular. But then, like once like the gens started becoming next and next and next,
it just fell off.
It just never came.
Everyone forgot about it. I almost forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot about it until right now that you just named.
There was another game
like Rampage.
Rampage, bro. That just disappeared too.
Hey, the 64 going up that motherfucking. Hey, bro, I had fun playing the 64, bro.
Ready to Rumble boxing. On the Dreamcast and Power Stone War. Have you ever played that?
No.
Power Stone? Well, you'll never get to now because it's like.
Yeah, lost the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Ready to Rumble 2.
Ready to Rumble? Yeah.
That shit was my shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I nigga Afro
Specifically
Thunder.
round
and
two,
when he
yeah.
wired that shit
That's
up,
right.
boop. Or when he was able to play as Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because
Hey,
on the
Michael
back
Jackson
of the,
is in it?
Yeah,
he's
on the back of
the
Michael
case.
Jackson's a character
He's
in
on the back of the
Ready to
case.
Rumble.
He's like
What?
super buff. And
Yeah.
he's
He
light
got
skinned.
everything he wears is shiny. His gloves is sparkly like his
Of
actual
course.
glove.
Yep.
Hey, like,
Oh,
wait,
dang, that's
hey,
dope. That's
he'll
dope.
whoop your ass. Though. He will really whoop your ass. And then, like at the end, he'll do a little spin and be like, hee hee.
Yeah, I like the taunts in that game. The taunts in Ready to Rumble, yeah.
That shit was funny as fuck. That was my shit. And then like so it was this one game where like I can't remember the name of it, but you was like a barbaric ass dude, like from the like a barbarian basically. And you was going around as like skeletons and zombies and shit that just came out. I don't remember why, but you was going around these graveyards and this castle, just going around killing these skeletons and fucking zombies and shit.
Oh man,
And
sounds like
bro, it was
familiar.
so fun, bro. If I could remember the name of it, bro, I had it on if I'm correct, it was my PlayStation 2.
This was one of the games you picked up in the game store, looked at, and went, nah.
No, like it was like one of the time around when like Crash Bandicoot was popular and shit like that. I can't remember the name of this game though.
Dude,
for
that's
shit.
like
Because Crash was like PS1 days, so this was
that
PS2.
history doesn't exist in gaming history. Sometimes I swear.
Yeah,
It's kind of a dark time. Like there wasn't a lot.
There was like Banjo,
There was,
Kazooie,
but like
and
it
like
just
Yeah, Banjo was still on Rare back then. That
Banjo.
was before they switched to Microsoft.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
that was kind of a weird timing for video games because like everyone kind of forgets that video games, man, throughout the history, there's been some weird dark ages for video games.
Yeah, video
Yeah.
games weren't always good.
No, they weren't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I remember some of the games my dad got me on PlayStation. I was just like, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Can
what
we
is
talk
that?
about Incredibles for a second?
Incredibles
you remember that
Incredibles on
game?
Xbox, the
Bro.
original Xbox.
I
Man,
wanted
that
to
shit
like
is
that game. I
terrible.
was so excited to get that game, bro. And then I played it, and I didn't know how to tell my mom, like, I don't want it
Yeah.
because it wasn't.
We
Good.
rented that from our grocery store because like our grocery store had that.
Yeah.
Our small town, and we rented it. Well, I thought we had taken it back. Well, we took the case back, but not the game.
Ooh, you're bad.
So we were like, we're assuming that they just let it go
I would imagine.
because they didn't send charges. Like
They said we'll just wait till he
they didn't
turns
send
21.
bills or anything.
We'll
I'm
put it
like,
on his
so
credit
yeah.
score.
I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be owing the grocery store like $10 million.
Yeah.
You might actually have the
fees.
warrant out. You might actually have a real
Right.
warrant out. Yeah. Return that.
Yeah, you better check.
Yeah.
I gotta
You're
go.
like, oh, so you're that kid when they see it? Yeah.
You guys got any games you're looking
He's like,
forward to
knock
this year?
on glass that didn't happen.
This year, I don't really know what's coming out this year. I mean, I gotta find some games that I could play by myself, really, because like when I'm not
Yeah.
playing with these niggas, it's kind of I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I need my single player game. I got too many multiplayer.
Earth Defense
games.
Force.
Earth Defense Force. I'm gonna have to check.
You ever
that
heard of
out.
Starship Troopers? Like,
Yeah.
like the movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Starship Troopers.
What?
It's like
Earth
basically
Defense
the aliens are trying to take over the planet, but they're using giant bugs to do it.
Oh.
So they infected the world with a bunch of giant insects, like giant spiders, ants, stuff like that. The most enemy you fight is the ants. But then the aliens come down like their spaceships and their giant mechs and stuff later on in the game. But it's just one of these games where you can play as like 4 different classes, but there are like hundreds of different weapons and different combos you can attach to your character, and like it's just
That's nice.
I love
like
it.
games
I
like
love
that.
it, bro. It's a great
Okay.
game.
Yeah, like I need a single player game. Like I play Watch Dogs, but I ain't got the
Okay.
new one. So like
Okay.
I got shit to do. I play Assassin's Creed, stuff like that. Like games like
Assassin's
something
Creed
that
is
you
definitely
can
a
play, granted by yourself, but also have fun.
Yeah.
While you wait. Or like
Yeah.
Kingdoms of Heart. I might have to redownload the third Kingdoms of Heart
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
and
Yeah.
fucking beat it again.
Yeah.
It's like
Kingdom
I
Hearts
just need
was
a
a-
new
Kingdom
single
Hearts
player
That's
game.
a tough franchise to love though, because they gave you 1 and 2 like back to back, and then instead of giving you 3 directly, like Disney and Square just gave you all these weird side versions. So they gave you like
Right,
Chain
right.
Memories, 358 Days Over 2, Coded Remix. Like they gave you all of them, and then they finally gave you 3. And I don't think 3 was a bad game. Like it got mixed reviews, but it was just the fact that you made people wait so long. It's like
Yeah,
you make people wait
yeah.
for Avengers Endgame. You know what I'm saying? It better be fucking fire. You know?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I'm excited for. There's supposed to be a new Knights of the Old Republic coming out, and I'm just like,
looks
right?
excited, dude.
Right? Right?
Hell yeah.
They kept us waiting, but like I don't even mind because like
I want
it looks good, dude.
What was it? Star
Like,
Wars, the original Battlefront they had on Xbox. Battlefront 2, I think.
Battlefront 2,
Battlefront
yeah.
2, yeah. And everyone always gets confused when I say Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm talking about the OG Battlefront 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Back when they had like all the troopers, you could select all the clones, all the droids.
Yeah,
like,
you could-
not compared to
yeah.
Battlefront 2 now.
Right.
But yeah, they have like the commando droids
Jedis.
and the Jedis. Like they have like off characters, like BB-8 and stuff like that. But like,
Right.
I want the clones that are like never heard of.
Right.
I want the
Right.
rare ones, the cool ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That red dude.
I'm excited for Metroid Dread. It's a new Metroid game coming out. I just
okay.
watched E3 and they did a whole thing on. Now, of course, anybody that knows Metroid knows that everybody's probably waiting for Metroid Prime 4 because that would be Nintendo's answer to like Halo and stuff like that
Right.
competitively. Competitively, but it's more of a story mode one, and it kind of follows a traditional pattern of like Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, where you just kind of jumping. It's like a platformer, but up to date graphics, and plus it's Samus. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I always think of Samus and Bruce Wayne as like the same type of maxed out human. You know, they're a person. They're a little stronger, but you know what I'm saying, they need that suit and the gadgets to get it done.
Yeah.
And I'm also waiting for Bayonetta 3 too, man. I played Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U. Mind you, the Wii U wasn't the best console in the world. Like it's like people forget about it because it's like GameCube, Wii. What was that one? And
I
then
forgot
Nintendo
what happened to my
Switch.
Wii.
Damn.
Bayonetta 3 is coming
Yeah,
out.
I forgot about the Wii U too.
The Wii U?
Wii U wasn't a good system, but Bayonetta 2 though, one of the highlights of that system.
Okay.
Wonderful game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you think Nintendo never decided to make the jump to next gen?
That's a good question. I mean, they have always prided themselves off of like family friendly whatever, and I think they take a very traditional like Apple product type approach. Like, we're just going to keep doing this because it works, and we're going to keep figuring out more innovative ways to game. PlayStation, the Xbox, Dreamcast, they want to take the more traditional route, which is fine. I want higher end graphics. You know what I'm saying? 1080p, 4K. I want it to be able to play, movies and everything. I want it to be the ultimate one-stop shop entertainment console, where Nintendo is like diversity and innovation is what we're focused on. So I'm like, I'm with that too. And plus, they have some of the most iconic gaming characters, or just characters really in history. Mario, I would imagine, is right up there with like Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? In terms of notoriety. So. I mean, I can't say I like everything that Nintendo does. They do some questionable shit. As somebody who played a lot of Pokemon back in the day, I'm just like, why did y'all do that? But for the most part, though, like Nintendo is still, when it comes to innovation and thinking, the leading force, I think.
But that's the, and then you gotta remember, see, they ain't come out with their new console, or whatever, but they have so many exclusives. They have probably the most exclusive games than any console. You know what I mean? Like Zelda, Mario.
They got the highest selling fighting game
Pokemon.
right now.
When you gonna play Pokemon on the Xbox?
Right.
They're all for they're all for like icons and staying power. That's why we're coming up on Mario's 35 years, almost been 40 years since Mario.
That's the only thing keeping them alive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, if you killed Mario off, that'd be it.
You essentially kill gaming. Like, no joke. Like,
Mario is a staple for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mario started it all, basically, for most people. I mean, I started on Mario. Like, my first, really got into it, like my first handheld device, Mario.
Yeah, no doubt.
Most everyone's handheld devices, it was mostly Nintendo back then. It was mostly Mario.
Yeah. Till the PSP came out.
But even the PSP,
PSP was dope, but the Game Boy,
it died.
Like
the Game Boy was legit.
The Game Boy was the pinnacle of handheld gaming. Then it kind of faded out.
Y'all remember the light that came with it?
Oh, the light you had to, because you had to play in sunlight, bro.
You couldn't see
like
it.
you had to have the light
and the brightness up or down. There was no brightness.
But see,
And then
that
the
goes
GS
back to
came
like what I
out.
was talking about, where like Nintendo would like purposely make half consoles and shit. So like the Game Boy to Game Boy Advance didn't have the backlit screen.
Right.
But like, have you ever noticed on the back of the Game Boy they got all these really weird holes? And I'm like, what is all that type of shit for? Well, they make it like that so third party companies can make accessories and shit. So like the Game Boy Advance had to make like I think it's Nyko or Mad Catz, one of those third-party companies I run. They made the controllers, the Player 2 controllers. Hey, I get this one.
Yeah.
You get that weak-looking controller.
Yeah.
They made that type of shit. They made
controllers.
the printer and the weird camera. But then, like, when the SP came out, it was like,
the
well,
SP was cool.
yeah, we got the backlit screen, so, we don't need any of that.
Yeah.
Well, you see some of these guys as like Nintendo builds, and they're like these massive builds that they've got all these accessories on them, like the computer with the printer and the thing, the camera. And
Yeah, the days of that are over.
it's crazy. Stop.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Stop yourself.
But it's scary to think like how far in advance they were thinking. Like I heard the Game Boy over in Japan could do way different shit than like what was available over here in the States. Like it could like check insulin levels, like, you know, it had an internet browser, like game cartridges and stuff. They had all types of stuff over, like they were thinking like people in 20 years might start carrying around Game Boy sized things in their pocket that they're going to use all the time. So they try to catch that jump early. It never took off because if we don't like it over here, so it's not going to work.
Exactly.
Here we are all these years later.
We're the biggest
Nintendo's
consumers.
like, we did that shit already and nobody wanted it, and yet here we are.
Right.
Yeah.
If you can't sell it to the United States, you're probably not going to be able to sell it.
It's not going
And
to
it was
work.
ahead of its
biggest
time. It was way ahead
consumers.
of its time.
Way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time.
Way
So-
too far.
So, Rod, for someone that's coming up like us with Video Game Club in high school, I don't know if they still have that or not. But someone who wants to do commentary, we got a couple minutes left before we got to go.
Sure.
What advice would you give them if they want to do commentary and like I want to be like Rod? What do they need to do?
You know, I think the great thing about following your dreams, especially if it comes to like performance or like creating content, is that the terrain changes every so many years thanks to like social media. So like in 2015, I mean, I guess there wasn't really much difference in how we looked at social media between now and then, but the options that you have now to like get yourself out there like are so huge in comparison to what we had. We had like Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. You got like TikTok, Snapchat, all these other types of platforms now to really blow up on. But hell, what I did was I started showing up to my buddy, you know, Alex, right?
Yeah,
Minor.
yeah.
You know, he was doing house tournaments, and like I said, I played in a couple, and I was like, I don't think I'm any good. Like, well, man, maybe you should try getting on commentary. And now commentary traditionally is a 2 or 3 man job. Like that's where chemistry can really happen because it's an art form. But I was just the only dude on the mic, and I'm trying to like kind of talk about what I'm seeing, and I just don't have the skills. But like most people that like to do extracurricular shit, I just can't be bad at something for too long. So I'm like, I got to figure out how to get better. So I'm figuring some stuff out, and I'm like, okay, with growth comes uncomfortability. So I'm like, how do I get my voice at bigger events? And so I'm like looking up other tournaments in like Kansas City and Iowa and Chicago, and I'm reaching out to companies like, yo, I'll come out and commentate it. And of course I'm getting hit with the, oh, yo, you know, we ain't got no money to hire you. I'm like, all right, well, shit, I'll just come out myself. So you figure after so much of that, you know, just showing up places, sooner or later you're gonna start getting paid, and then from there, you know, you just really work on like your marketing and your brand capability, you know, who I am, what I look like, business cards, that type of stuff. So I mean, it's an art form, man. It's like becoming an actor or anything.
Yeah.
You know?
So you the nigga we hear when we playing 2K and they be talking shit.
That's me. That's me. I mean, not sports games. I'm in fighting games, but my buddy Phil, he used to do 2K League professionally out there, like at the studio, and so it's probably him. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Okay.
All right, well, Rod, thank you for coming on, man. We got to have you back again.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
It was a
Yes,
pleasure
sir.
to have you.
Absolutely.
All right, man. So this has been the group chat.
Group chat.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.